Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. This is Dinesh Mehbubani. Welcome back to the video lecture series of numerical methods in chemical engineering. See, we have started unit number 6. The name of the unit is numerical differentiation and integration. Till now we have completed the numerical differentiation portion. We know that the numerical differentiation is the extension of the interpolation. In numerical differentiation there are two main methods: numerical differentiation with equal intervals and numerical differentiation with unequal intervals. Okay, after that we started numerical integration. Now what is numerical integration? Let us do a quick revision on that. Numerical integration is the process to find the integration of the integral from x0 to xn f of x dx. Okay, a set of tabulated values are given and we have to integrate that function values, then numerical integration is required. Okay, this is the use of the numerical integration. Okay, how we can derive the formulas of numerical integration? See, in numerical integration there are basically three types of formulas. The first one is trapezoidal rule, second one is Simpson 1/3 rule, and the third one is Simpson 3/8 rule. Okay. How we can derive all of these rules? See, all of these rules can be derived from the Newton-Cotes formula. See, first of all we have to find the Newton-Cotes formula that we have already seen in the previous lecture. Newton-Cotes formula was derived, and on the basis of Newton-Cotes formula, by placing the different values of n, we can get the different rules, different formulas. If I am placing n is equal to 1, okay, if I am placing n is equal to 1 in Newton-Cotes formula, then which formula is obtained? Then trapezoidal rule is obtained. If I am placing n is equal to 2, then Simpson 1/3 rule is obtained, and if I am placing n is equal to 3, then Simpson 3/8 rule is obtained. Okay, we have already derived the trapezoidal rule formula. What is trapezoidal rule formula? The trapezoidal rule formula in which we have to first of all find the value of h. What is h? H is the width of the interval. Okay, h is the width of the interval. Okay, why it is known as trapezoidal? That also we have seen, because we are taking the integration, and the region in which we are taking integration, it is like trapezium. So this is known as trapezoidal rule. Okay, if you remember the trapezoidal rule, what is the formula? H by 2. Okay, h by 2, then in bracket first term plus last term plus 2 into sum of the remaining terms. See, this is the formula for trapezoidal rule. See, let us solve a numerical on the basis of this. See, this is the given numerical. State trapezoidal rule with n equals to 10 and evaluate integration from 0 to 1 e raised to minus x square dx. Okay, so let us solve this sum. See, here first of all we have to write the formula for trapezoidal rule for n equals to 10. For n equals to 10, okay, so what will be my integration from x0 to xn f of x dx? This can be written as h by 2, first term plus last term. What is my last term? By 10. First term will be y0, okay, plus 2 into sum of the remaining terms. Remaining terms will be from y1, y2, y3 till y9. So this is my formula for n equals to 10. Okay, first of all we have to find the value of h. What is h here? See, h is equal to, the formula for h is b minus a upon n. But what is b? See, b is our upper limit, a is our lower limit. So if I will place the values, let us write a is equal to 0, b equals to 1. So if I will place both these values, then my answer will be 1 minus 0 by 10, because n is equal to 10 is already given. Okay, so it will be 0.1. Okay, what is our next step? See, our next step is to find the values. Find the values, because in this formula we require these values, right? We require all of these values. So how we can obtain these values? we have to make a table. Okay, the first value will be 0, and as the difference is in the values of x, we have to take as 0.1. So we have to take here 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 5.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and 1.0. Okay, see, before starting the numerical you have to fix the decimal places at 4. Remember, in this chapter you have to fix the decimal places at 4. By default in the whole chapter you have to fix the decimal places at 4. So go in fix and select 4. Okay, what about the next step? See, here we require the values of e raised to minus x square. The values of x are changing but the function is same. So how we can do this? See, we can make an equation in the calci, e raised to minus answer square. So make an equation in the calci, e raised to minus answer square equal to whichever the value is there, ignore that value, then place the value of x, okay, equal to up key equal to. See, this will give you the value of e raised to minus 0 square, and e raised to minus 0 square is 1 because e raised to 0 is 1. See, now in place of answer we have to place 0.1, so 0.1 equal to up key equal to, the value will be 0.9900, then 0.2 equal to up key equal to, next value 0.9608, then next value will be 0.9139, 0.8521, 0.7788, 0.6977, 0.6126, 0.5273, 0.4449, and the last value will be 0.3679. See, in this way, after finding all of the values, what you have to do? See, you have to do the numbering of the values of y. You have to do the numbering of the values of y. So let us do the numbering. See, the first value will be y0. Okay, remember many students are starting from y1. So if you will start from y1, then there are chances of mistakes. y8, y9 and y10. Okay, then simply you have to place all of these values. What is our h? H is our 0.1, 0.1 by 2. See, place in this formula y0 plus y10. See, y0 plus y10 is 1 plus 0.3679 plus 2 into sum of the remaining terms. Now the remaining terms will be 0.99 plus 0.9608 plus 0.9139 and so on, and the last value you have to take this 0.4449. Okay, then you have to solve this in the calci and then you have to find the answer. You will get the final answer. Okay, and you have to again remember the decimal places should be fixed at 4. Okay, see, to avoid any mistakes you have to open the inner bracket first. Open this bracket first, then this bracket, then multiply by 0.1, then divide by 2. See, if you will not use the proper calci steps, then your answer will not be correct. Okay, so you have to verify your answer. The answer of this numerical will be 0.7462. Okay, you can check your answers. The answer will be 0.7462. Fine. See, in this way you can solve more numericals from the question bank. The method will be same, only the function will change. Each and everything, rest of remaining each and everything will be same. Okay. Okay, let us derive the second rule, that is Simpson 1/3 rule. Okay, in this rule, what we are doing? See, what we were doing in the trapezoidal rule. See, we were taking n is equal to 1 and we were placing n is equal to 1 in the Newton-Cotes formula, and then we were deriving the trapezoidal rule, right? In this method, what we have to do? We have to place n is equal to 2 and we have to take 3 points, x0, y0, x1, y1 and x2, y2, and we have to consider the differences up to second order, because the higher order differences will be 0. The higher order differences after second order will be 0 because we are taking only 3 points, x0, y0, x1, y1 and x2, y2, and the shape will be like of a parabola. Okay. See, here we are taking 3 points on the, for one strip we are taking 3 points. Okay. Here is my x0, here will be my x0 plus 2h, okay, and here will be my x0 plus h. See, this point is x0, y0, this is x1, y1, and this point will be x2, y2. So we have to take these 3 points, okay, and the shape will be of a parabola. So in this way we can calculate the integral for this region. Okay, again from x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h. Okay, from x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h we have to take again the integration. Fine. And so on, and till xn we have to integrate, so we have to take this region, and this is the second order parabola. Second order polynomial, it is also known as parabola. We are taking 3 points and placing n is equal to 2. Okay, so let us place n is equal to 2 in the Newton-Cotes formula. What we will obtain? See, first of all we will write the Newton-Cotes formula. See, we remember that what is our Newton-Cotes formula? See, integration is from x0 to xn, f of x dx can be written as h in bracket ny0 n square by 2 del y0 plus 1 by 2 n cube by 3 minus n square by 2 into del square y0. See, I am not taking the higher order derivatives. We are only taking up to second order derivative, second order difference. Okay, here we have to place n equals to 2. So I can write 2y0 plus 4 by 2, that is 2 in, see, n square by 2, so 4 by 2 will be 2, so 2 into del y0 plus 1 by 2 8 by 3 minus 2 into del square y0. Okay, h. See, here I am taking the integration of the first step, that is x0 to x0 plus 2h into f of x dx. Okay, I am finding the integration of the first step. Okay, from x0 to x0 plus 2h. We have already seen in the diagram, right? Plus del y0 can be written as y1 minus y0 plus 1 by 2. This can be written as 2 by 3 into del square y0. Simplifying this, 2y0 plus 2y1 minus 2y0 plus 1 by 3 into del square y0. 2 gets cancelled. Okay, 2y0 gets cancelled, so I can write here 2y1 plus 1 by 3. Now what is del square y0? See, del square y0 can be written as del y1 minus del y0. So del y1 minus del y0, so y2 minus y1 minus y1 minus y0 So I can write like this, y2 minus 2y1 plus y0. So I am writing y2 minus 2y1 plus y0. Let us simplify this. H, the LCM will be 3. Here it will be 6y1 plus y2 minus 2y1 plus y0. So if you will simplify this, the answer will be y0 plus 4y1 plus y2. Okay, h by 3, y0 plus 4y1 plus y2. If I am taking integration from x0 to x2, that is our x0 plus 2h. See, this is the integration of the first step. See, if I am taking the integration of the second step, again I will get the integration. Then again third step, fourth step, and the second last step. By adding all of these integrals, I will get the final Simpson one-third rule. Okay. See, if I am taking the integration from x0 plus 2h to x0 plus 4h, then my answer will be h by 3 y2 plus 4y3 plus y4. Okay. Again, if I am taking the integration of second last term, that will be x0 plus n minus 2h to x0 plus nh. Then what will be my answer? H by 3 yn minus 2 plus 4 into yn minus 1. The last three terms, okay, yn minus 1 and yn minus 2. And by adding all these integrals, my last answer will be I is from integration. Integration is from x0 to xn, f of x dx can be written as h by 3, first term plus last term. See, in the integrals, the first and the last term is coming only one time, plus 4 into summation of the odd terms. See, these are the odd terms. So y1 plus y3 up to yn minus 1 plus 2 into sum of the even terms, because the even terms are coming two times. Okay. See here, y2, y4, y6, these all terms will come twice. Okay. So we have to write y2 plus y4 plus y6. Okay, up to yn minus 2. So this formula, okay, this formula is known as Simpson's rule, or it is also known as Simpson one-third rule. So I hope it is clear to everyone. You have to remember the steps and you have to remember the formulas, because in numericals we have to use the formula directly. Fine. So you have to remember this formula, and we will solve some numericals on the basis of this formula in the next lecture. Till then, do some practice. Have a good day.